What if Rainbow Mika returned as a heel in Street Fighter 6? What if the 7-colored bomber taps into a different side of herself? A more selfish side. One that has her best interest in mind, disregarding what the fans' perception may be on her. What is a heel in professional wrestling, you might ask? A heel is a wrestler who portrays a villain, bad guy, or rule breaker and acts as an antagonist to the faces, who are the heroic protagonist or the good guy characters. But before I elaborate any further, who exactly is the Rainbow Mika? Just in case some of you don't know and you somehow stumble across this video on pure coincidence. Mika Nanakawa, or better known as Rainbow Mika, is a Japanese professional wrestler in the Street Fighter universe. She would make her debut appearance in the Street Fighter Alpha series, Alpha 3. When Mika was first introduced to the Street Fighter series, she was a young, determined, aspiring wrestler who was trained to be just like her idol Zangief, a star in professional wrestling. She would travel all around the world to fight well-known fighters to promote herself and her brand. Doing this would lead her to make valuable connections, like one with Karen Kanzuki, a fighter from an extremely wealthy family, the same person who would go on to sponsor her wrestling career. And her idol himself, Zangief, who would acknowledge Mika as a respectable wrestler. And this coming from your idol, this very same person who inspired you to become a professional wrestler, Mika had to have been feeling on top of the world. In Alpha 3, we learned who Rainbow Mika was. She was a babyface in professional wrestling who played a flamboyant, strong femme character, someone who was determined to achieve her dreams no matter how difficult or unattainable it might be. We would next see Mika in Street Fighter V, where we would learn that Mika was indeed successful in achieving her dream of becoming a professional wrestler. Being on the big stage, wrestling alongside her idol, Zangief, was kind enough to take her under his wing. He was introducing Mika to the wrestling industry. He was showing her the ropes, if you will, pun intended. She would make new connections, for example, a somewhat friendly rivalry with Ibuki and a respectful rivalry with Laura. In Street Fighter V, nothing really changed about Mika. She was still portraying the same character as she was in Alpha 3, cutting inspiring promos about never giving up on your dreams. Her motto was guts, effort, and spirit. We can all learn from that, but I would argue that this is no gimmick. This is who Mika really is as a person. Or is it? A heel version of Mika might sound a bit out of character, but it would be much needed character development for an already stagnant character. If Mika were to stay as this positive babyface character, I'd say it'd be detrimental to her in the Street Fighter universe. Mika is likely to be put in the Street Fighter archives as she's an already completed character. Lore-wise, she already completed what she was set out to do from her first appearance. I would also argue this affects her pro wrestling career. In the WWE, it's a common phenomenon when a popular and well-respected babyface of the wrestling industry becomes public enemy number one from seemingly out of nowhere. For example, we have John Cena, Roman Reigns, Bayley, and Rey Mysterio, just to name a few. There are many reasons for this sudden change, but it boils down to the character's shtick getting a little old. And that's not a lisp, that's me purposely saying shtick, so fuck off. In John Cena's case, he became too PG, too kid-friendly. In Roman Reigns' case, he just seemed too invincible and could do no wrong. The man just couldn't lose. In Bayley's case, her little hug shtick got super annoying. And who's to say Rainbow Mika's character is immune to this? If the fans were to turn on Mika, it would open the door for a ton of new storylines for the Rainbow Mika character. A heel Mika could create so many feuds. She could create a feud with her idol Zangief. It would be the classic teacher versus student match, like Tai Lung versus Master Shifu, an absolute banger. She could feud with her tag partner Nadeshiko, feeling she's been holding her back from reaching her full potential, blaming her for wasting her prime in her career. Or she could even go work for some criminal organizations like Shadaloo. For an evil Mika, the possibilities are endless. To conclude, would you like to see an evil Mika? Would you rather keep her as a good guy or a babyface? Personally, I would love to see a Mika heel turn. A lot of babyface wrestlers do their best work as heels. I mean, just look at Roman Reigns. The man is dominating the wrestling industry right now. I do understand that this could anger a lot of the day one Mika fans, but you have to understand this character has got to progress. I feel like a heel turn could really revamp this character and bring a bunch of new eyes and new light to her, because, I mean, let's keep it real, Mika is by no means the most popular character, and I doubt she'll be in Street Fighter 6, but if she is heel or face, I'm a big fan of Rainbow Mika. I grew up watching professional wrestling. I was a big fan of John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and with Mika being a wrestler, Her character was practically catered towards me, I'd say, but with all that being said, it's been the Masked Assailant, and I am out of here.